Troy Hellman just gonna be moving the neck up, and oh man, the Amp Matrix through. Sinatra dismounts everybody. They cannot.
Philadelphia Fusion versus the San Francisco Shock. Shock, they're trying to extend their all-time Overwatch League map win streak record that they have going right now. They're at 20, they can get up to 24. Philly, they're just praying for an upset to try and keep pace with Shock and maybe make it into those stage playoffs.
All right, prediction time. I think this was pretty easy, but I want to get your side on this one. For me, 4-0 San Francisco all the way.
Yeah, I find it hard to believe with the middling schedule Philly has had both the last two stages, really, that they're going to take any kind of map here. It's going to be a 4-0.
Sorry, Philly fans, but San Francisco really are surging right now.
Up, trying to get that Primal Rage ready to roll, but EQO is going to be the first one to get taken down. Now Sato following suit will be eliminated. They get close to taking down Rascal, but that's about as good as it gets for the first volley here for the Fusion. So still a fighting chance for Philly to get control of this point, and that's going to be a major pickup there for Neptuno as Violet gets taken off the map, and Moth will go down as well, so now no supports. Shock still in control, just trying to hold on to the point as long as they can to try to force out that OT.
Great play by Poco to engage here, and if you go back and look at that beginning of that fight, Sinatra was trying to...
Neptuno going low, swaying into the back of the fight with the rest of the team. Picking up onto the point right now are the Shock. Fusion re-aggress, the Transcendence the lead from Boombox. They make their way over onto the point, but now they're not going to have it as the grab comes out from Sinatra. Could this be the turning point? Everybody from Fusion getting locked up. Super going to be taken down, however, the beat just not in time to save his life. Sato with the pin, not going to be able to find anything, goes a little bit too deep, gets taken down. Bomb up over the top.
This, if they win the first point, otherwise he will have to swap to Ryan. That cost him a lot of ult percentage on the previous
view. Going to be chasing up onto the high ground. Sato decides to stay behind. He's going to be zapping away here, down below. Building up steadily for that Primal Rage, but now Boombox going to be taken out. Carpe as well, going to be eliminated, and that is going to be the control going over to the Shock again here at the start of the round.
You're reliant on AoE damage as the win.
Reapproach.
That's one huge advantage they've got. He's got that over Sinatra.
Does he want to throw it solo on his Sinatra? That's exactly what he wants to do. Violet going to be taken down off screen by Boombox. Another fantastic pick with Sinatra, manages to survive for a little bit longer, but he can't use the grab. Poco is there to scoop the kill. Troy Hellman going to be taken down. And with the team in shambles, Fusion will be able to flip this as San Francisco
fight. Sinatra didn't get to hold his own because he was knocked off his feet. And as they approach one more time, this rally is all they've got. They will build a grab, but Boombox already has Trance. So this is a really unlikely win here for the San Francisco Shock. They're going to somehow have to make it work, though, if they want to keep that streak alive.
Troy Hellman very close to having that self-destruct online. Needs that one to pop. Perhaps if they want to get the split, but try to close things out. We are tied up now. Fusion taking the lead. Up top, that's going to be Poco. Knocked out Sinatra. He's got free reign to use the grab. Throws this one down right up into the front, answering grabs out from Carpe. But Troy Hellman takes it away. Gets the eat. Neptuno goes down. The bomb rolling through. Few people to block that one. Troy Hellman manages to find two. The flip will be coming in. And Shock, they say not yet. One more round.
The more decisive Graviton surge comes through from Sinatra. Carpe tries to panic grab. The only place he thinks is safe, but Choyobin's got his Matrix on top.
The Shock ever so close, exactly one fight away from losing their map win streak, LaFon, but they pull it back.
And this is actually just a matter of really good Overwatch. Walking into this fight, you can argue that both sides have their advantages, but Philadelphia does have defensive advantage on control. However, the hero of the hour, it is Choyobin. He comes in, the diva player, eats the grab, and helps San Francisco close out the round. Their streak, not dead yet.
That's what I was going to get into is, I feel like in some ways, Sato's actually outperforming Super on this first map.
Way forward, Boombox, Transcendence going to be online, pops that one instantly. Just to try to keep Sato alive. Shadow going to be coming down, catches 4 out for Super, but the kills aren't there yet. Sato juggled into the corner, still going to be alive. The grab going to be coming through now from Sinatra. Looking to net them some kills. Carpe going to be the first one to fall. Super still getting battered around, but maintaining his life for a bit longer. Will finally get finished off by Poco as the sound barrier comes in from Neptuno. Moth holding onto his own. Now goes ahead and invested as Sato will be traded out. No Rhymes for either side at the moment. Bomb's going to be available. The shield's expiring. Carpe nearing that grab. 2% left to go. Bombs out from Troy Hellman. Looks for a pick. Unable to find it. Opens him back. The point still has not been capped.
Oh, that's a miss. That's a miss right there for Poco. That's not what you want.
Into the back, but the Baby Diva gets taken down. Good collapse there from Super, finds the punish, and that will earn them the point. 18 HP remaining. Grab comes in, but the bomb from Troy Hellman finds another double kill. Sato and Carpe both going to be taken down. OT takes away. That's 21.
Well, LaFawn, there's only one way to put that fight, and it's scrappy.
It really was, but I think, that's not the only reason. Part of it was that it was a mess and both teams kind of walked in out of position, but both teams also saw win conditions established, so they were willing to, in a third round and the first fight, they were willing to invest to get that very crucial early percentage in control. Unfortunately for Philly, San Francisco cleaned it up at the end.
I just liked watching Sinatraa take a 1v1 with Sato down in the pit and then tag in Violet and Rascal like it was a cage match. But it will be that first map going over to Shock. Their win streak stays alive.
San Francisco, man, they just really like playing with your hopes. Raise them and then dash them quite expertly. They do take map number 1, streak still alive.
Brief window though, where there's no support ultimates. They go for it. It's going to be 2 members hacked up, but Sinatra's the first one to fall. Boombox, instead of having a transcendence in response, he's just going to go ahead and pick up 2 kills for himself.
Remember, he EMP'd into a high ground where the positional advantage was there for the fusion.
Now, Sinatraa is well known for his Zarya, but another hero that often has some tracking capabilities is the Sombra. Unfortunately for Sinatraa, not really on display as it takes him 2 minutes to build up this EMP pall, and, well, the evidence is quite there.
Yeah, the most unfortunate part is that he engages with his translocator, right? And he only gets 2 people. So then he's kind of just free meat out in the middle of nowhere, right? Because Sombra can't go anywhere if she doesn't have the ability to escape.
And on top of that, too, Philly don't even have to use ultimates to clean up, so rather ineffective play there from Sinatraa. He would switch over to Zarya and be, as we've seen before, infinitely more effective.
A little bit longer, the grab comes in, tries to get the ball off the point. Super's going to be playing in, Sinatraa going to be taken down. The damage is gone, but Super gets a pin on the Neptuno. Can they turn this around? Transcendence now expired from the side of Boombox. Super finds another kill. EQO going to be taken out, and Moth has the beef to keep everybody else alive. Sato going lower and lower. They're trying desperately to keep him in the fight. The Primal Rage will push his HP bar all the way back up to full. 73%. They haven't ticked past that so far. The Shock have to stay entrenched on the point. Primal Rage going to be expired. Carpe going lower. They push for it. They look for the kill. The bomb's out from Troyoban. Zones him off the point. That's going to be Poco taken down as he tries to use a self-destruct of his own, but he's not going to find any kills. Sato now going to be eliminated. San Francisco Shock actually managing to make this one happen against the odds. They will not be full health. They keep their hopes alive.
Super amazing.
LaFawn, you were just saying how San Francisco likes to play with your hopes and keep you on the edge of your seat. Well, they're not stopping that now.
Yeah, no, it goes down to the very last moment, overtime in effect, and Super, the man of the hour, hits the shatter. They clean up, and San Francisco, man, I feel like they just really like the adrenaline of the overtime rush.
Down on ults, grab coming out.
Does manage to find 2 on the side of the Shock, but the kills are still going the way of San Francisco. EQO and Sato both eliminated. Both ults used for the fusion. As far as their supports are concerned, it's
Another
Super.
one.
Solo shatter on the Boombox takes him down and knocks him out of the park. 2 ticks already rolling through. And the San Francisco Shock looking to make the best out of what was a near disastrous situation. EQO cannot tag on to the point. He does not live long enough.
Yeah,
Nearly take this one up. They'll finish off the supports here. And Zarya bubbles, etc. So it's only able to build up 25% at the moment. But as he goes up onto that high ground, he finds Violet by himself. Manages to take him down. Dragon Strike still going to be on the way for Carpe as well at 72%. Lots of him out for a little bit more. 1 tick nearly grabbed for the fusion. Moth's going to be eliminated now. Carpe finds that opening, and things start looking very good for them. The tick comes through. They're holding on to a Transcendence, and Shock is so far away from having support ultimates, let alone their support's really on the point. As Boombox going lower and lower. Sound Barrier forced out from Neptuno. That'll buy them a little bit more time to get the Transcendence ready to go. Sound Barrier now matched by Moth. Dash comes in on Sinatraa, but Sato's going to be taken down. Shatter comes out from Super, knocked over the side, still manages to hit Neptuno in the back. Grab's going to be coming through, but it's still going to be the Shock who have the advantage. The bomb's not going to be able to find anything, but Troyoban makes it back in the back. Poco nearing a self-destruct of his own up onto the high ground, just sitting on the awning. But even then, he doesn't have the tools, he doesn't have the setup to try to make this bomb really pop, to find some kills. You hear the explosion, there's nothing in the kill feed for them, and the OT is just gonna start bleeding away. EQO up onto the high ground with the Wrecking Ball, can't do anything.
San Francisco, they're keeping it interesting here, but they're also keeping their streak going. It's 2-0 going into the halftime.
And I gotta feel a little bit sorry for San Francisco fans. Just a little bit, though, because your team is still winning, but if you're not on the edge of your seats, you have nerves better than steel.
Fire Strike gonna be decent. Violet's gonna be picking off Carpe. Oh no, that's a disaster. Try to turn something around here. trying to maintain control, but now losing out on the EQO as well. The armor pack's going to be taken out. That passive, steady healing coming through. And that just means the Shock will explode forth onto point A.
This is the worst possible
Force the
scenario.
sound barrier out from Neptuno, trying to buy him out time for Boombox to get the next trance up. Will be able to do so. Shadow comes in, bombs to the back, unable to find any picks here. Poco makes it back into the back safely, but the rest of his team is dead around him. And now he's gonna lose it again.
I just want to mention the Shock were down a member, and they were caught in a grab.
Hart still just sitting here for the moment. Grab will come through. They manage to find Sonata by himself. The sound barrier coming in perfectly timed. They're trying to keep him alive. Shield is raised. Super blocks out of the bomb. Card making to be taken down. As the sound barrier shields to expire on the side of the Shock. Transcendence is running from Boombox. Biden still holding on to one of his own. Shatter comes down, catches one on the point here, and EQO will be eliminated. Now Sato going to be gone. Their options exhausted. Philadelphia Fusion will have to allow them to push this one in. 3+ minutes still remain. Fusion, though, coming out on their attack. 4 minutes to start. Let's see what they can get done on King's Row, where they're undefeated at the moment.
Really gonna have to hope for a flow like water. When you see them move around, hold that thought.
Okay, Shatter does coming
Connect.
down.
They
Find
have
both the
the
points.
damage.
Violent going to be taken down. Grab comes in, so he open up into the front, trying to stay alive. Sound barrier does come through from Moth to try to keep the fight rolling in favor of the Shock, but Super's going to get picked off, and Fusion suddenly see their opening. Answering sound barrier now available for Neptuno. They're in onto the point. The second tick getting ready to come through. Shock seeming like they're just going to retreat and surrender this one.
They certainly have to. Well, saying they float like
rolling in.
They're being so patient. They want to force the trance from Boombox, but he is not going to take the bait. They're probably going to have to hard engage here.
Well, the onus is really on Philly. Grab's going to be coming through. Managed to find them here onto the corner. Sato into the back, trying to find the pin, but instead, it cost him his life. The Shatter comes through. Carpe knocked to the ground. Transcendence will help keep alive. Now they'll chain in with the sound barrier from Neptuno. The grab comes in. Carpe is isolated. Choyoban is there. The scoop up for the alley-oop. They get the kill, and Boombox, well, you got nowhere to go.
You said it perfectly when you said the onus was on
20
Philly.
seconds remaining. They just have to peel out of here. Try to get one last push in.
I don't know if they can. The grab is out.
They're not being given the opportunity. The Shatter comes in from Super. He finds a kill on the Boombox. Poco gonna be knocked out of the mech, and Carpe killed down in the tube.
That's the fight you have to take, but it's not a winning fight. The celebration into the sky. 1-1 away from 24 here.
You know, it is very common for Reinhardts to go in and try and follow up or get pins when it comes to Gravitons, but normally, Sato, you're supposed to have more than 10 health.
I gotta give the credit to Moth on this one, though, Paul. I know Sato goes for a really aggressive play, but sometimes you have to go for that. However, Moth actually comes in with the sound wave and boops Sato up and above the pin, and San Francisco survive. They focus Sato down and win out the fight.
Well, Philly, your stage playoff hopes may have been dashed, but the end of season playoffs still care about your map differential. There is one map left. You gotta pull it back on Junkertown.
3 points.
Yep, they get that halt. That's going to be Sato taken down. Bomb looking good for Choyoban. Now just going to be lobbing these configuration tank shots into the back. Neptuno caught in midair. Direct hit. Comes through, and Poco as well will be eliminated.
Then you don't even need the swap. You could just get this insane time bank up.
Choyoban just going to be moving the back up, and oh man, the Amp Matrix through. Sinatra just melts everybody. They cannot step up to the Bastion.
They were stuck in that room, and then he just tossed in the amplification matrix. Now they can't leave. It's not just going to stick on this high ground. He's about to have another configuration tank. This is going to be a 3:30 time bank for B.
Sato, I blinked and you died. Where did he go, Lafon? He didn't do anything. He was just holding his shield. Where did he go?
Sometimes analysis in Overwatch comes down to, and I can't believe I have to say this, wow, that's a lot of damage. And quite literally, it's a lot of damage. The Supercharger, Mercy Boost, Amplification Matrix, and in less than 2 seconds from full shield health, Sato is gone. And of course, with no shield comes no protection. The rest of Philadelphia fall as well. San Francisco running riot over the defensive team.
Sinatra not able to build up anything in the grab.
Not
Not gonna be able to find anybody at all. The bomb from Choyoban, though, that's a big one. The triple kill comes through. And that is just the ranks of Philadelphia Fusion completely decimated.
The fusion just, you know, the grab didn't connect, and they got completely split.
Keeping him down below half HP. And Matrix will be used. EQ will gonna disappear. Super still playing on the other side. He doesn't care about those empowered fire strikes. He just wants to be up in the face of the Philadelphia Fusion. That's where he's most comfortable. That's where he's finding success.
We're seeing a little bit more of the flare of Shock here as well with grab.
Comes through, Shatter's gonna be good. Catches two, Boombox picked off with the Transcendence ready to go. And now we're at the final 20 seconds. Philadelphia Fusion need to go the distance on this map if they want to stay in playoff contention. Shock say,
He might not get a chance to use it. Sinatra's ready. There it is.
And they were not ready. The Transcendence comes in. Boombox at least keeping the team alive. But now they got to make it back over to the cart. Boombox manages to tag in. But the rest of his team is dead at the spawn doors.
Boombox against the world. It's not going to last very long.
No, he's not. The bomb is there to finish him off with some style. The OT ticks away. Philadelphia Fusion.
From literally flexing to running to the spawn doors to hold you there and win out the map, Super does it all, and San Francisco Shock actually doing just that. They hold on Junkertown and end the hopes of Philadelphia Fusion as they take the 4-0.
Man, San Francisco LaFon, they look completely unshaken at every single turn. They're up there, they're laughing, they're having a good time. You can hardly tell they're on a historic Overwatch League run.
And it's so much fun to watch them, right? That's, if they're having fun, they're playing really well, and it really, really shows. I don't know, I'm just having a ton of fun watching the San Francisco Shock. I cannot imagine what it's like to play there, and the stats really do show for themselves.
That'll be it for the Philadelphia Fusion versus the San Francisco Shock. If you liked the video, there's a button for that down below, and if not, then leave us a comment. We're always looking to improve. Either way, make sure to subscribe to Elohell Esports for more Overwatch content.